it's hard to see the road in the distance, when the only thing you know is you're distant. When it's hard to hold your soul when you lift it, when you're broken and you can't leave your kids shit. You try, but your eyes tell lies, your smiles are disguised. No one knows you dying inside. When it hurts to feel, when you're bothered by the world, it's real. When you're staring at that bottle of pills, the bottom of that bottle of swill, the wrong end of that cold black steel, the great unknown. When everywhere but here's like home. You a man now but don't feel grown. Pushed through existence, current comfort zone is indifference. So uncomfortable in your skinness, hurting everybody you live with. When you're feeling like it's time you should end this, know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Just know that you're loved. 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 Know that you're needed. Know that you're necessary. You just depleted. You can be legendary. You not beneath it. You can get over. We can ride in and thieve it. Soak up a sunrise. Stare at a blue sky. Feel something brand new. Realize with new eyes. Uncover new truths. Find where the pain lies. Live like you're lightning. Cut through the gray skies. I know life is frightening. You can't help but ask why. Life doesn't like me. It's passing me right by. The future just fights me. And much rather I die than have to enlighten me and show me how I'd rise if given a chance. Some love in advance, a bit of compassion, some luck with romance. But why does it matter? Will is what does. You have the will to survive, so know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Just know that you're loved. 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 They over the hilltop, I see them right there. They'll wait for the kill shot, they'll sit and they'll stare. If we got a real shot for us, it's up there. We're hopeless if we stop, they'll kill us right here. Living in death's den, run through the best winds, storming the front gates. Whatever gets us in, whatever gets us over, whatever helps us win, whatever we must do. Rescuing our kids, as long as they get through it, don't matter if we live. God chose to bless you, I'll take all that death gives. I'm into this war ends, in memory of dead friends, in hope of a new way when all of this death ends. Who can we call on? It's me and it's all y'all. We're here by our lonesome, nobody to fall on. Flesh in the dirt, fire to ashes. Fate getting closer every moment that passes. Running away, no one is there, no one to save us, nothing to spare. How can I change what? We landed here, it's not despair. One of us came up, none of us cared. They want to change up, life isn't fair. It's how we made, huh? Now you aware. It's why you fear us, this why you scared. Show me a safe place, does it exist? It must be a wasteland where nobody lives, that nobody knows of, where nobody's been. Where we at is warfare every time you can get. What you can't get is real love and fucking respect. Set up for failure, a life of neglect. If none of us stand up, we'll live with regrets. If we rise, we might die, I call that a good death. What would I live for if I am oppressed? How can I raise up with the world on my chest? Who's gonna save us if you and I rest? They shoot us in cold blood when under arrest. Lock us in cold cells, consider it home now. Cut off from emotion, our feelings are stone now. Our buildings are blown out, the madness is so loud. The stalking is no sound, we gotta go now. Running away, no one is there. No one to save us, nothing to spare. How can I change what? We landed here. It's not the same, son, this is despair. One of us came up, none of us cared. They want to change up, life isn't fair. It's how we made, huh? Now you aware. It's why you fear us, this why you scared. The illness is prevalent, natives malevolent. Hunger, starvation now, no hope for a heaven sent. Kiss the babies goodbye, say I love you to wives. Grab your weapons, get your steps in, we gon' ride when it rise. The sun mean what when it's blinding your eyes? Put the wind to your back, leave them facing the sky. Put the pain in the dirt, raise your bloody fist high. Use your brain, do the work, strategize and survive. The rush of the dust up, the thrill of the gun buzz. The satisfaction of our reaction when there's no one to help us. The spoils of war, the hunger for more. The passion of how we smash what we hate through the floor. The rage, the loneliness of dead on the page. To cleanse this land, gotta burn more than just sage. Crush the cage, body and soul unafraid. Kill them all and set them ablaze. No running away, no one is there. No one to save us, nothing to spare. How can I change what? We landed here. It's not the same, son, this is despair. One of us came up, none of us cared. They want to change up, life isn't fair. It's how we made, huh? Now you aware. It's why you fear us, this why you scared. Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, lovely people. This is Shy Ill Reaction. I am your host, Shy Ill. And we are back at it like bad habits. I had a tweaking ass moment. We're going to talk about it. Oh, shit. Salutes to everybody for being here. We had a nice group. A couple of them didn't like the music and bounced, but they'll be back. The chat is jumping already. Y'all jumping in the chat already. Salutes to y'all for being here. I'd have been here earlier, but a brother needed a nap. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on right now. So with that said, let's talk about it. So let's get in the chat real quick and say what's up. Shout out to Jose Garcia. Salutes to Jose Garcia. Per usual, Old 30 North. Salutes to you, Old Soul. Julio Cardenas from Houston, all the way in Houston. Salutes to you guys, JP the Ghost. I appreciate you for being here. He said, Shy not playing around this week. It's not play time. And it's just starting. So, we'll see how it goes. Again, salutes to you guys for being here. Without you guys here, there is no show. So I appreciate y'all being here. I made I created the live stream for today, and then I also created the live stream for tomorrow with the time announcement. And I connected the two live streams so that at the end of this one, y'all can go straight to that one and hit the notification button and be ready for tomorrow, because it's going down tomorrow, right? And then I sit down, boom, I start the stream, and I'm looking at the screen. There's nothing happening. And I'm like, why is nothing happening? And then I realized that I went live on tomorrow's stream rather than today's stream. So everything is a little topsy-turvy. But it's all right. It's bound to happen. We on and we popping. We got things in order. I'll fix that later. I'll change the thumbnail. It's all good. I appreciate y'all for being here. Jonathan B said, finally made it to a live react. Already hit the like button. I appreciate you for that. Thank you very much. Everybody else, please hit the like button if you have already. Gracias. If you haven't yet, please do so. And you know, that helps the game move forward. You know what I mean? Y'all are my loyals, my my usual suspects up in here. So I'm gonna need y'all help as much as possible. Again, a brother needed a nap. Some of y'all know, I booked the gig yesterday while I was sitting here doing a live, just to show you how quick things happen. You know, booked that gig yesterday while I was on this live, and this morning I was at a fitting, you know, getting the wardrobe and stuff together. And Monday morning I'll be on set, so things move quick. You gotta move with them. Oso says shit happens. Shit absolutely happened. I'm looking at the screen like, yo, what happened here? There's nobody here. Then the chat started busting off. I said, wait a minute, let me check. I went over here. It's a mess, bro. It's a mess. But we good. We here. We chilling. It's Friday, right? Is it Friday? I don't know, man. Every day melds into the other one lately. Right? We putting in a lot of work trying to make things happen. Of course, there's always a lot of other things that you'd like to do and have prepared, but time only allows what it allows, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. What was I looking in here for? I think it went off. So, housekeeping. Again, we have the TTS text-to-speech for $2. You can hit the link in the notification, link in the description, to have your comment displayed on the screen in the middle of the show and be read out. And it would look something like this.
Test user sent $50 test message.
Again, I have a list of questions from you guys for the twins. Those questions will be coming into play not in just this episode, but in the episodes that come in the future for myself and the twins. It ain't going to stop at one, so keep them questions coming. It ain't going to stop at one appearance. They're going to come back. So keep those questions coming. I got a lot of those questions. For those that want to butt in tomorrow and just jump in with a question, the power chat in the description will be where we'll do that. So your question will pop up on the screen like this for a donation.
Test user sent $50 test message.
And if it's something they could talk about, they'll talk about it. All right. 10-4, Jose Garcia. Yes, sir. Please, everybody that came in, hit the like button. Again, we have super chat, super thanks. All of that good stuff is on. John Vasquez in the chat. Salute, Waukegan gang. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. We have super chat, super thanks, and all that good stuff that YouTube allows to help us get paid, though they take it from us and laugh in our faces. And do not forget that this channel is sponsored by the Ill Shop. Ill Shop. We got our No Pillow Talk, Zero Pillow Talk pillowcase covers for your throw pillows, for the young hustler in your life, to remind him to keep his mouth shut. Various colors. Y'all can check that out. Got t-shirts, Ill Cartel logos, different color combinations. All kind of different color combinations. Boom. Got hoodies. We got the red color combination. And you got these solid color logos. Digging this black hoodie right here. Right? And for the backyard boss in your life, we got the El Guapo, not to be mistaken with El Chapo barbecue apron for the mero or the man cave. All right? We got that in various colors too. So I will drop a link to this shop in the chat. So y'all can check that out. Again, we are sponsored by the Ill Shop. Appreciate y'all. We got these other colors here. Boom. We good business. All right. Let me get out of there. What else do we have here? Salutes Chucky Chingong on the check-in. Salutes to you, brother. Thank you for being here. Again, guys, I might not be able to, kind of ruin this. Let me see if I can fix the stream for tomorrow and have it ready and waiting with the right time. So the time tomorrow will be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 7 p.m. So that's what? That's 8 o'clock in New York and 5 o'clock in LA. 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. All right, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going down on this channel. I'm trying to edit the live that I didn't use today. Matter of fact, I'm going to change the title on this one because we lying right now. And that's not what we on over here. We lying over here right now. We're going to go through the penultimate episode of Cartel Wives. Cartel Wives chapter 33 or 32, something like that. And then tomorrow we will be doing the finale. Shout out Felix Reyes in the chat. Salutes to you. Appreciate you. Yeah, you in the West. Chucky at 5 p.m. out there. So we will be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going down. Y'all let me know if there's a problem with the let me know if there's a problem with the stream. I'm getting an error on YouTube. It'll go away when it's over, but y'all let me know in the chat if something's going wrong. It might be Kick that's having a problem. Again, I want to change the title here really quickly so that then we're not bullshitting. But yeah, we're going through Cartel Wives, the penultimate episode. Tomorrow we will go through the finale. Salutes to everybody in the building. I appreciate you guys for being here. I am going to right now change and give you guys the official link to the live stream for tomorrow with the Flores twins. It'll be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be blowing it up in the community tab and letting everybody know that it will be there. I'm about to change the title on the live that we're on now to reflect exactly what we're doing. But yeah, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be myself with Jay and Peter Flores right here on Shot Ill Reacts. I appreciate y'all. Y'all helped me get here, and we here, and it's going down. We're going to have this conversation, hopefully the first of many, and we're going to move on from there, and we're going to keep growing, you know what I'm saying, and enjoying this time. I appreciate it. The love in the comments was immense. We're going to go through some of those comments today. I appreciate y'all for it. You know, we could have a toxic chat. We could have a toxic comment section, but we're a smart enough channel right now where the real is weeding out the real and weeding out the fake. You know what I'm saying? And finding each other around here, and we're enjoying it. We don't need all that bullshit. If it comes, it comes. It is what it is. We trying to go to the point where it don't matter, you know? Shout out 323G. Hunters to you in the chat. From me. All right, we doing some housekeeping and some chit-chatting, and then in a little bit we're going to get into Cartel Wives, the penultimate episode, the penultimate chapter, and we're going to move from there. Right now I am changing the name of the live stream that we are on now. Again, if you just came in and you missed it, I made a mistake and I set up the live stream for tomorrow, but then I went live on it, so I totally negated it. Here we go, boom. Cut that. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. Chucky Chingong said we making history. Absolutely, man. I think it's gonna be good. I think we're gonna have a good time. I think the twins are gonna enjoy it. I think it's gonna be dope, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. So let's get it. All right, so I just changed the live stream title, this one here. This is a special announcement that tomorrow at 7 p.m., I will change the thumbnail now, right here. I will change the thumbnail to reflect exactly what we're doing right now. Bow, done deal. So our thumbnail has changed. I will also, let's see. Change the thumbnail on this one here that one can wait. Well, maybe not. Let's do that. Boom. Change this to this. I appreciate y'all for being patient with me. You got to understand, I'm a one-man band. I am the producer. I am the host. I am the booker. I am all of the above. I am all of these things. And I try to make them happen as seamlessly as possible. Every now and then, you go live on the wrong stream. It happens. Also, we tested out we tested out, the system to make sure that everything will be good for us tomorrow. So far, so good. Fingers crossed, things are looking good. And boom, I changed the thumbnails. We are back on and popping. Let me change the date right here. The date is going to be February 3rd, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, y'all. Central Standard Time. Don't walk in at 8 o'clock talking about what I miss. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's saved. We're back on track. It looks like we're good. One last thing I want to do is connect tomorrow's live stream to this one. So at the end, hopefully, if this works out the way I want it to, at the end, tomorrow's live stream video will pop up here. Just the play saver for it. The thumbnail, it'll pop up here, and you guys will be able to hit the notify me bell. When you do that, I'm hoping it triggers the algorithm and it'll let everybody know that we got the Flores twins right here. Nobody else got them, and we got them right here on this channel. The little channel that wish you would. All right. So let me refresh this here. And now the last thing I'm gonna do is, this is the one that's live. I want to connect. It's probably not possible. So what I'm gonna do is put the link in the description. So we're good. All right. Again, Perfecto J777 in the chat on the check-in. Salute to you. Appreciate you being here. We getting it done around here. I'm excited. Hundreds in the chat for y'all, man. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. CST. We're gonna talk to him and see what we can get. Chucky said, the twins couldn't relate to Charlie. 2 different walks of life. You're going to bring out the real. I got some good questions saved up. All love, brother. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Yeah, man, I feel like it's like that too. I feel like them and Charlie is cool. Charlie's cool people. They enjoy each other and, they like each other. It's all good. But yeah, it's different when you're talking to somebody from home. It's different when you're talking to somebody that you see that they're not really about the bullshit and the nonsense. JP the Ghost said Johnny Mitchell gonna be sick. Perfecto said, appreciate the content, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Everybody that's in here, please hit the like button. If you have yet to hit the like button, please do. Again, we're trying to pop off this algorithm for for the rest of the next 24, 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? We also want the replay to go well. So what'll happen is I'll do the live on Saturday, 7 p.m. CST. And then Sunday, which should be my a day to work on my on this gig that I got on Monday. But Sunday, I'm gonna make sure as quick as possible I can edit something to have a version out there, an edited version, clean, nice, boom, put away version, so that can get a whole bunch of views. You know what I'm saying? Salutes Oso. He said hit the thumbs up on the way in. Please do. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be it's a more relatable situation. And you know what? It's also dangerous though, the fact that I'm a Chicago boy. We could talk like that. We could have that conversation. It'll open them up. You know what I'm saying? I also I'm not here for anybody to breach their contracts. I'm not here for anybody to put their safety in jeopardy. I'm not here to expose anything or dox anyone or any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to have a good conversation about something that we're all interested in, a story that we've been following for a long time, you know what I mean? And get it from the horse's mouth. We got a lot of good questions and we got a lot of love. So again, it's dangerous for them. So, I'm sure they'll reel themselves back and I'll make sure that I'm aware of things too. And I know that y'all understand that and I appreciate y'all for understanding that, 030 North says, Shy, I wonder what kind of music the twins are into. That's a great question, too. I mean, that's a great question. And you know what? And it's not like we're treating them with kid gloves. We're going to get into some shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to know these guys. Let them get to know us.
me as a host, y'all as an audience, and in the future they'll be back and we'll be able to get into deeper situations. And when those contracts get settled and things are out there and the movies are done and the TV shows are out there and the next book's being published and we're going to go over it, we want them to come back and be able to feel good about coming back, you know what I mean? And not just them, that means anybody that comes on this show, anybody that we're lucky enough to get on this show, we don't want them to leave feeling, I get it. The internet's gonna internet. I'm with that. It's all good. We not scared of no shit like that. Our guest, I'm sure, ain't gonna be scared of no shit like that. But it's more like, making sure that we keep things thorough when it comes to, exclusive contracts and when it comes to, people's safety. That's pretty much it. But, I don't see, people overthink it. There's no overthinking it. You know what I mean? We good. So again, I appreciate y'all. But that's a great question to ask. What kind of music? As a matter of fact, I'm going to note that because it's a good question. So let me note that. Let's see. Chucky said, game recognized game. Bring Johnny Mitchell on your podcast next so we can run him through the bubble. Yeah, I don't think Johnny got no reason to come over here. I don't have I'm not giving up juicy stories, and I don't have, I'm not in the business of making shit up for people. I'm not in the business of incriminating myself or others. I'm here to talk about everybody else that is. You know what I mean? Like, it's that simple, bro. It's that simple. But yeah, so again, it's great for us to be able to have this conversation and be relaxed and cool. And then it's also like, all right, let's keep it together. But either way, we gonna party, dog. We gonna have fun. I'm looking for it to be a good time. I'm excited about it. It feels like validation. You're doing you're just reacting to this story and you're giving your opinion and you're telling how you feel, where you come from your experience, and the people involved appreciate that and trust you with their story. And that's it, I'm with it. Chucky Chico said, you're going to be the talk of the town, boss. We shall see. We shall see. I mean, who the fuck is this guy? I'm me, bitch. And I'm here. Smoke him if you got him. Pour him up if you got him. It's a nice Friday night. Hope everybody's in good health, in a good mood, and happy. And if you not, get happy right now. Just make it happen. Just make it happy. We're going to get into Cartel Wives. Let me tell the truth about which chapter it is. Yeah, it's chapter 33. Remember, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Saturday, February 3rd. The Flores Twins right here on Shy Ill Reacts. Shout out Ian Heslop in the chat. Got the hundreds up. Let me get some hundreds up in there for him. We got boom. Shout out Eduardo Jimenez. Bro, do you think it would be okay to ask the Twins to share a story regarding Rudy? Absolutely. You can bet on that. That's happening. You know what I mean? That's happening. So, you know what? I'm still going to take note of your question, but it's happening. And again, if y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Any questions, drop them, where I'm looking everywhere right now. I'm working. I'm on a job. So if you got questions for the Twins, let it be known. But Eduardo said, bro, you think it would be okay to ask the Twins to share a story regarding Rudy Rangel? That's happening. That's easy. HS said, ask the Twins if they're worried about someone finding them being all out there. Will do. I'm putting you on the list right now. And again, I tell you all, some of you might hear the answer to your question tomorrow. Some of you might not hear your answer to the question to the next time. You know what I'm saying? But these questions are being archived and put away specifically for these encounters and these conversations I have with the Twins. 030 said, I want to ask the Twins if they met Chino Anthrax. Boom. Noting it. Noted. It's in the list. It's in the list. And throughout today's live stream, you guys can keep letting it be known in the chat. Couple of more than usual, I will be pausing to stop and say 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. All right? 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. I will cut a short video after tonight's live stream and get it out there for promo. But we trying to make it happen tomorrow. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. HS, ask the twins if they're worried about someone finding them being all out there. And then you said, LOL, not complaining, just curious. I didn't think you were complaining at all. And it's a good question. You know? It's a good question. Listen. If you're in a position like the twins, right? And there's reason for people to hate on you on the internet, right? And you do something as huge as they did. If you're not ready for what comes with all of it, then you just quietly disappear and you don't talk to media and you don't talk to nobody and you just go on into the sunset with your family and you live your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a person that's prepared for that to do it the way that they do it, you know? And they ain't the only ones. Other dudes is at Disneyland and this, that, and the other, you know, it's whatever. But so, you know, it's a certain kind of person that's going to make that move. JP the Ghost said, my question is, what were the last words they said to El Chapo? And if they can say anything to him now, what would it be? Great question. Flasco says, salutes Flasco. Appreciate you being in the chat. Salute HS. Appreciate you being in the chat. Flasco said, I think it would be cool to ask if they gave serious thought into escaping to a different country and take up a new identity instead of cooperating. Absolutely good question. It will be noted. It will be on the list. It will be on the list. Now, you know, there's certain specific things that I'm sure they can't talk on because of exclusivity and life rights and contracts and stuff like that. But hypotheticals are on the table and stuff like that isn't related. Yeah, we'll talk about it. That's a great question. It'd be cool to ask if they gave serious thought into escaping and going to a different country and taking up a new identity instead of cooperating. We should try to figure out and make a list of who has done that successfully. And who's rumored, because rumor is rumor, I guess. But salute to you, Flasco. Appreciate you. Thank you. Everybody be reminded, hit the like button, please. Make sure you share this to your people. And don't forget, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, February 3rd, Saturday evening. All right? That'll be 8 p.m. on the East and 5 on the West. Chucky said, there are generations of ballers, the style, everything. That's why there are generations of ballers, the style, everything. That's why it's cool. They remind me of that 2000s era party and bullshit. Like Kanye said, welcome to the good life. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like that's what the show should feel like. If when they do the show, the TV show, that's what it should feel like. It should feel familiar to all of us. You know? Ian said, I don't like rats, but I think the twins made the right decision. The shit they were dealing with in the cartel wars, they had to protect their family. That's a perspective. It's a perspective to have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say what they would do, what they could do. You know, it's different when you rob a liquor store with your friend. You know what I'm saying? Than when you know. And especially when there's other people using that same tactic against you. Like, you know, to me, it just sounds all stupid to me. But it is what it is. 030 North said his last words were, gotcha, bitch. Eduardo Jimenez said, bro, please ask what the world wants to know. Is Mile the real boss of bosses for Sinaloa? Absolutely. That question's already on the list, but I will make note of it. You guys are killing it right now. Great questions. Here we go. I'm getting I'm putting my notes together over here. Notes together. Boom. Go down there. Great questions, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me see. No. Great questions. But yeah, so that's on the table too. Those should be easy to answer. Those should be very easy to answer. Appreciation to everybody in the building. We got the most people in here, I believe, than we've ever had. So I appreciate y'all being here. We're about to get to the penultimate chapter of the Cartel Wives, chapter 33. And then tomorrow we will be doing the finale. And directly after the finale will be an exclusive conversation with Jay and Peter Flores, the Flores twins. Let's see. 323 asks, or who was easier to deal with, Mayo or Chapo? Another great question. Gio, ask them if Mencho talked to them that time after saving them. Another great question. That might be in the realm of, see, now there's an example. That might be in the realm of they have exclusive rights to talk to somebody for the movie, and they can't tell us what him and Mencho talked about. You know what I'm saying? That's a conversation for after all of that airs. But I will put the question out there and put it on the list so that we have it for when that time comes. Or, they might be able to answer it tomorrow. But just so you get my point, that's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. So let me get a note of that. Boom. Noted. Y'all are killing it. Great questions. Great questions. I think there's some excitement out there for this, and I think it's going to be a good look. We're going to have a good time. Again, I'm not here to pull no punches. I'm not here to be a bully. I'm not here to, so I'm down the middle, and we're gonna be entertained. I'm here to entertain. We're gonna be entertained. They're gonna get their point across. I'm sure they read the comments. There's a lot to respond to, a lot to clarify from their perspective. Not that they're sitting here trying to give anybody, trying to reasoning what they did, what they did or this, that. That's something that we do naturally. That's gonna happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? But we hear from each other. We don't ever hear from them, and we don't hear from them in a way that's kind of loose and chill the way I plan it for it to be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get to have just a loose conversation about it. They're over there getting, they get sat down. Production's there. Everybody's there. Nah, this is sit down. Let's holler. Chucky Chingong said, I guarantee they slept like babies after turning themselves in. The stress was over. Quite possible. Wouldn't doubt it. Good question to ask. Did y'all sleep like babies, or was it, was your brain chaos and falling apart and melting at that point? You know what I mean? All right. 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be here with the Flores twins. Again, I appreciate y'all for your patience all the time through technical difficulties, all of it. I appreciate it. So with that said, let's get into it. Again, I'll be pausing every now and then to let it be known. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That way people ain't got to scrub through the video. Maybe I should make a little scene for the announcement here. Eduardo Jimenez said, bro, ask them about any interaction with fellow Mexican-American narco La Barbie. I could ask them that too. Let me take a note of that. Noted. Got it. All right. Let me maybe I should do this really quick. Well, I'll do it while we're doing Cartel Wives. Let me open it up. So I could make this announcement and put that 7 p.m. on the screen. So if anybody jumps in and jumps out, they see that we will be here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with the Flores twins. And I don't want nobody to walk in and out of here and miss it. You know what I mean? Let's see, here we go. Let me just finish this new image up right here, 7 p.m. Let me throw a big old 7 p.m. right here. 7 p.m. HS said, ask about Canadian affiliation. I'm from Canada and curious. I'm sure there's one. I seriously doubt it if there's not. Salutes to whoever is hitting that button in the corner. I'm about to hit it too. I don't know what it does, but let's get it. Whatever brings up this algorithm, we with it. Here we go. That ain't it. Let me see. Let's flip it over there. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Saturday. I appreciate y'all being with me and being patient. I'm trying to get everything out there right now. I just need to throw this 7 p.m. up here, and then we'll go straight into the episode of Cartel Wives. 7 p.m. CST. CST. All right. Let's get that over there. Boom. Boom. Make that bigger. 7 p.m. CST right there. Can't miss it. Can't miss it. It's on the flyer now. Let me duplicate that. Move it over. Y'all are checking into the process. I sit here talking to myself all day doing this shit. Here we go. 7 p.m. CST. Nobody should be able to miss that. Let's export that and put it on the screen. Boom. Replace it. Let's get it. Export. And now I will take this image here. That one there. And I will. Where's the promo? Where's the promo? We'll be on and popping from there. There it is. 7 p.m. on it. Central Standard Time. Wow. All right. With that said, let's get into it. We are about to get into Cartel Wives. Chapter 33. The second to last chapter. Before tomorrow's finale. Eduardo Jimenez said, watchers, we have 23 watching, but only 13 likes. Hit the like. Eduardo Jimenez talking that shit. I appreciate you, Eduardo. Thank you very much. Salutes to the 24 people in here, 23 people in here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you even more. You do that little free little thing and bow, hit the like button. Chucky Chingong said, I want to know if they let the girl Ashley go or gave her up too. She has their eyes and ears and credit here. She was their eyes and ears and credit here. That's a great question, Chucky. That's a great question. She's like a mystery and shit. We want to know about Ashley. So boom, consider it noted. Consider it noted. All right. With that being said, I think we are ready. We are going into Cartel Wives, chapter 33. A1 Day One. A1 Day One's here, absolutely. Eduardo Jimenez said, good question, Chucky. I agree. All right. Cartel Wives, chapter 33. Let's get it. Hit that like button. Yeah, Ian said, hit that like button. Chucky Chico says she get away with the bag. I'm telling you, she's probably living, sitting on a throne of cash. Just stacked up cash in one of those cribs that they got that they don't even know is there anymore. Here we go.
Chapter 31. Bringing Down El Chapo.
Holy shit.
Olivia. When Judge Castillo sentenced Junior and Peter, he acknowledged the risks they'd taken, recognizing that even though they were getting 14 years, they were actually leaving with life sentences. He said, "You and your family members will always have to look over your shoulders and wonder every time you're outside in a vehicle and you see a motorcycle come up behind you, if that is the motorcycle that is going to take your life."
Mia. At the time, those words were cold comfort to me. But now, I realized that he wasn't just stating the obvious, that what Peter and Junior had done was nothing short of putting their lives on the line. He was also recognizing our husbands, and by extension us, as people, not criminals.
Olivia.
Wait.
He,
I was
as much
distracted.
as-
Who was recognizing them? Who recognized them as people?
At the time, those words were cold comfort to me.
That even though they were getting 14 years, they were actually leaving with life sentences. He said, "You and your family members
Judge.
will always have to look over your shoulders and wonder every time you're outside in a vehicle and you see a motorcycle come up behind you, if that is the motorcycle that is going to take your life.
Jeez.
Mia. At the time, those words were cold comfort to me. But now, I realized that he wasn't just stating the obvious, that what Peter and Junior had done was nothing short of putting their lives on the line. He was also recognizing our husbands, and by extension us, as people, not criminals.
Olivia. He, as much as anyone, realized that we'd all be living the rest of our lives in grave danger. And because of that, Junior and Peter were going to be taken away to two of the most secure prisons in the country.
Mia. Under the umbrella of the Federal Bureau of Prisons, there's a little-known initiative called the Witness Security Program. Created in 1970 to protect informants who testify against drug traffickers, terrorists, members of organized crime, and other major criminals. It now serves only 500 inmates, which is less than 0.5% of the U.S. prison population. Because they're typically involved in ongoing federal investigations, these inmates are safeguarded with the highest levels of security and are kept at prisons off the radar. If there's even the slightest risk to them, whether from the outside or the inside, they're relocated to another prison immediately. Their identities are secret, their families are typically in hiding, as we'd be, and when they're released, they enter the Witness Protection Program and are protected by the U.S. Marshals.
Olivia. When Junior and Peter left sentencing, they were taken almost immediately to these separate federal prisons to serve their 14-year sentences. For 6 of those years, however, they were credited for the time they served, meaning they'd see an additional 8 years behind bars. Right now, they live with former mob bosses, drug traffickers, hitmen, and kidnappers. They're surrounded by organized criminals, so in many ways, it's not that different than the life they'd lived before, except that each of these men is now a federal witness.
Mia.
They in there with Sammy the Bull and all of these other high profile cooperators.
Their cooperation didn't stop when they went to jail either. They've kept working with the feds and signing extradition papers, leading to the arrest and extradition of cartel members including Mayito Flaco, Mayito Gordo, Felipe el Ingeniero Cabrera Sarabia, Alfredo Vasquez Hernandez, a.k.a. Alfredo Compadre, Tomás Arevalo Renteria, La Puerca's sister, Guadalupe La Patrona Fernandez Valencia, and El Mencho. Junior even almost testified in one of the drug trade...
Damn. What? God damn. Well, all of those names was implicated in these statements, in these roll-ups. Wow. Well, they ain't get all of them. That Mencho dude is out there somewhere. Shout out Chucky Chingon. So if there was never a war, would they have stayed in the game? What was the exit plan then? Exactly. My thought has always been, what was the in case of emergency break glass? You know what I'm saying? Or did you really imagine that this would never end? You know what I'm saying? And there's always an end. What was the exit game? What was the exit strategy? Was that always a thing that was in the tuck and you were always prepared to do that if you needed to, or, you know, or it just came up that way? What would happen if there was no war? Were you happy you was going to keep going and get bread until, you know, until it's a wrap? Who knows? Think Like Kingpin said, the exit plan is always in play. Salute Think Like Kingpin, checking in the chat. 100's up. Hope everybody hit that like button. Appreciate y'all for being here. 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. I mean, Central Standard. Shh. See? Don't let me fuck this up. Central Standard. It should be get in to get out. Yeah. You stay longer. You stay long enough to where nobody wants you out. Once the position they were in was everybody wanted them in. You know what I'm saying? You're in. I don't know how that easy out. I don't know if it works in that business. I guess you could do a couple of deals and bounce and then flip that bread, but that wasn't the move. They was flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping. It was just part of their life, though. They had a different circumstance. Like, we can't look at it as they had some get rich quick scheme. We got to look at it like they was bred into this game and it was right there, and it was like, well, what am I gonna do? It's right there. I know how to do it. I'm all the way in. Like, it was a whole different thing. In too deep, like Kingpin said, in too deep. So yeah, it's a whole different scenario. Salute Alec. Salute Alec. What up, brother? Salute to you. HS said there's a Gordo interview on YouTube. I wonder if it's the same one. I don't know. I'll take a look into it. We'll see. We shall see. All right, let's get it. That's a long list, boy.
Its biggest cases.
It's an old trick. They overserve you to keep you stuck owing. There's so many tricks. The last trick be like, oh, we'll smoke you and everybody that you love. That'd be the last trick. You know, the last trick be, he's the real boss. I'm not the real boss. That'd be the last trick. The reason they signed extradition papers for the kingpins that haven't been caught is so there's no delay in extradition when they're finally caught. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Salute Jonathan B in the chat. Appreciate you for being here. Alex said, yeah, the plug always gives you extra, so you have to keep owing them. As for 6, he brings you a 9-pack. Think like Kingpin said, there's a lot of gordos out there watching one right now. Salutes to you, fucker. Chucky Chigong said, yup. Jonathan B said the lawyers can delay extradition for years in Mexico, and I'm sure they did in a lot of those cases. That last go around, they was waiting for Chapo at the door. As soon as this guy's ready, we shooting him on a missile across this border. We're not waiting no more for them to, build a bridge or scrape out a tunnel. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm checking out TV shit. Ian said 100, Alec. Salute. Again, hit the like button. We got 21 viewers, 21 likes. That's what I like. If there's somebody in here who's overlapping and have yet to hit the like button, please do. And we getting back. This Gordito's getting back to Cartel Wives. Here we go.
Como scheduled trial in
Hold on, and I'm going to go back 30 seconds.
Gordo, Felipe el Ingeniero.
So in many ways, it's not that different than the life they'd lived before, except that each of these men is now a federal witness.
Mia. Their cooperation didn't stop when they went to jail either. They've kept working with the feds and signing extradition papers, leading to the arrest and extradition of cartel members including Maito Flaco, Maito Gordo, Felipe el Ingeniero, Cabrera Sarabia, Alfredo Vasquez Hernandez, a.k.a. Alfredo Compadre, Tomás Arevalo Renteria, La Puerca's sister, Guadalupe La Patrona Fernandez Valencia.
La Puerca's sister even got it, boy.
And El Mencho. Junior even almost testified in one of the drug trade's biggest cases, Mocomo's scheduled trial in February 2016.
Olivia. Before the trial date, the U.S. attorney from D.C. visited Junior with Mike Ferreira because they wanted my husband to be one of the main witnesses. There were several other witnesses, but the difference was that Junior's a U.S. citizen, and not only does he speak English, but he actually trafficked 1,800 kilos of cocaine he received from Mocomo into Washington, D.C. With Junior on the stand, jurors were going to be astounded at how close the cartel boss's drugs hit home. I did not want my husband to testify, and I told him as much. Somebody might kill us all, I said. He took me seriously, But he was firm. Live, he said. They might reduce my sentence because of my testimony. A few more years home with our children could make a world of difference for them. That was just like Junior. There's nothing he wouldn't risk just to be there for his children. My worst fears came true before the trial, though. The witness list was leaked, and the family members of 2 cooperating witnesses were killed.
Dang.
One was the wife of Chino Anthrax, one of Chapo's main hitmen.
There's your answer right there. Who asked that question? Somebody asked that question. Was it 030? Might have been 030. 030 says, last words was gotcha, bitch. I want to ask the twins if they met Chino Anthrax. 030 North. Now we got to the Chino Anthrax part of the story. Here we go. Chucky Jingong said, we need them Shy Gang shirts to rep strong. Yeah, don't trip. I'll put together some designs and see what happens. Alec says, I understand these guys had to get out with their fam, but I don't know. I kind of see it like their dad did. If I make a choice to be on the side, I'm there for life. I don't know if you were watching. I don't know if you were watching your back all the time. Might as well be rich while doing it. Right. And that is that is a perspective that some people have. You know what I'm saying? Again, until we're in those positions, we can say what we want. But I agree, you know, that is a perspective that a lot of people will come from. It's a perspective that I came from. I made a decision to get into this school. But once your family's at stake and you're at that level, I see the difference. And I see the difference in the fact that they're throwing them around back and forth at each other. Like, it's just, you know. So, again, everybody's going to have their opinion. There's a lot of different opinions. And there's a lot of different ways of going about it. They chose theirs, you know. Let's see. Might as well be rich while doing it. Ian said, I wish I knew the twins back in those days. I could have been their guy in Orlando. LOL. Alex says, same. I'd be the guy they met in Vancouver. Think like Kingpin said, you could have been serving a 30-piece too, Ian. You could have been serving a 30-piece too, Ian, in a position where you gotta, you know, you gotta make that decision that we just talked about for yourself. That's funny. Ian laughed at that. Chucky Chingong said, when you have little ones, it's hard to move and shake like you did before. You know, how can I put it? I feel like even fighters, like I'm a big professional fight fan, right? I feel like even sometimes kids kill certain fighters. They got this beast, and they channel this beast when they fight. And some of them, when the kid's born, first kid's born, he grows old in the corner and in between rounds, and he don't have that animal no more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that happens to some people. So if it happens like that for fighters, I don't doubt that it will happen for grown men. Like, we're not the same people that we were when we were 20. You know what I'm saying? That 20-year-old lives in there somewhere, but we're not the same people we were when we were 20 years old. And if you're 20 years old, just understand that who you are now is not who you will be. And if you do get to another 20 years and you're still that dude, then something's wrong. Alex said, just like Charlie Sheen said, read the directions before you go to the party. Absolutely. Chucky Chingon said, my son changed my life. Oso said, facts. Yeah, man. So that's where we at. Hundreds. Salutes. I appreciate y'all being here. We chilling. We chilling. Wow, hundreds up. Here we go. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. The Flores Twins right here. I'm going to cut like a whole montage of me repeating that shit and put it in a 1-minute video and blast it out there. YouTube's sticking it to us anyway. You know what I'm saying? YouTube ain't helping us at all.
And the other was Ray Zambada, El Mayo's brother's son. Granted, these murders both happened in Mexico, but I knew the cartels could easily cross the border, so I didn't feel safe. Still, nothing could change Junior's mind about testifying.
So the big boss's son and Chino Anthrax and the twins, right? Just part of that list. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bruh, everybody was there. Alec, you ain't heard the news, Alec? The news is the news, Papa. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Jay and Peter Flores will be right here to engage with myself and the audience and have a conversation on a platform in a year in the making. You know what I mean? So absolutely, you popped up on the right day in the live. You got the good information. Tomorrow, the Flores twins. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be posting at the end of this live stream. I'll be posting the link to the video. You can go there, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it, and so that YouTube's algorithm sends it out and ships it out to the people. Chucky Chingon said you'll have all other podcasters in attendance. Chop your vid for clickbait. It's on. Yeah, nah, I ain't worried about them. You'll have all the podcasters in attendance. Chop your vid for clickbait. It's on. Oh, well, that I'm with that. I thought you meant like people sending their little hate army followings into my comment section. I ain't worried about none of that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Alex said I haven't been on in a minute. I'm down 100%. Salutes to you. Hunter's in the chat for you. 100%. CST 7 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. We're gonna talk our shit. Hopefully the first of many conversations. Hopefully it does get picked up by people and they talk their shit out there. And we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. No pressure. All right. Let's get back to Cartel Wives. But again, they act like the twins brought down the towers. Everybody was over there testifying. Chino Anthrax testifying. Mayo's son testifying. It was out there. Common and Taraji. Shit.
He was determined, and the U.S. attorneys from D.C. and Chicago even debriefed him to get him ready for the stand. It never happened, though. The morning of the trial, Mokomo's attorneys learned that Junior was on the new witness list. We suspect he looked at his name and realized his case was sunk, that it was a slam dunk for the prosecution. So Mokomo pleaded out at the end of February 2016 and was sentenced in April to life in prison.
Hold on, I want to understand that.
Mia debriefed him to get him ready for the stand. It never happened, though. The morning of the trial, Mokomo's attorneys learned that Junior was on the new witness list. We suspect he looked at his name and realized his case was sunk, that it was a slam dunk for the prosecution. So Mokomo pleaded out at the end of February 2016 and was sentenced in April to life in prison.
So Buddy pleaded out because he saw the list and said, me jodí yo. This guy can bury me. Chief Keef, ain't seen you in a while. Welcome back, bruh. Listen, Chief Keef said the Flores twins videos are fire. The Flores twins will be on the show tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here. The Flores twins will be here, sir. So, you've been around a while. Come check it out. Let your people know. Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sha Il Reacts with Sha Il, Jay and Peter Flores. The twins should have whacked everyone and took over Mexico. That's another option, and that was another perspective. Salutes Ruben Contreras on the check-in. Hundreds up. Appreciate you. Again, we got the most people that we've had in here in one time. It's been going up and down, so we're doing something right. We're doing something right. What else we got? Did I miss anybody? Yeah, I did. Ian Heslip said you're 100% right to Kingpin. He said I have 3 kids and I'm glad I'm away from that life now. Salutes to you, Ian. It don't end sweet for everybody. It don't end sweet for the majority. You know what I mean? Here we go. So Mokomo saw Jay on that list and he was like, I'm cutting a deal.
Mia. Olivia called me in April 2016 to tell me about a murder case she'd just seen on the news. She said 8 members of an Ohio family had been found shot, execution style, at their rural home. The hitmen left 3 young children, including a 4-day-old, alive, but the rest were pretty much slaughtered.
Dang.
Authorities found hundreds of illegal marijuana plants around the property, and a link to a Mexican cartel was suspected. That poor family, she said. This is a nightmare. Yes, I said, and we can't let it happen to us. Still, this is our life, and it's a real possibility, especially with the extradition of Joaquin Guzman Loera, aka El Chapo, the most wanted man in the world.
Olivia. During the first couple of years Junior was in prison, he'd sometimes get really serious, look at me and say, "They're going to find Chapo." "There's no way," I'd tell him. "He's too well hidden, too powerful." Year after year, though, Junior insisted that would change. He'd say it to me, the feds, and his lawyers. Nobody believed him, and they'd laugh and say it would never happen. After a while, everyone was so sick of hearing him, they'd all tell him at the same time, "Shut the fuck up."
Mia. Chapo had always been a ghost to me. When we were in Mexico, I'd overhear conversations between him and my husband and Junior, but I'd never met him. All I knew was that he played a huge part in their business, and every conversation with him was full of personality and ended really pleasantly. If he was just some voice way off in the distance to me, I imagined he was phantom-like to the world as well. There was no way anyone would ever haul him in.
They was on him. They was looking for him. They was trying to grab his ass. He was escaping through secret pathways and shit under bathtubs. Salute to Mob Hit 773 in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Tomorrow on this channel, the Flores Twins will be live, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. A conversation, an exclusive conversation with the Flores Twins. First time ever on YouTube. The Flores Twins will be here. So I appreciate you for being here. Please hit the like button. Salute to you. We ain't here talking our shit. Wow. So they're hunting down Chapo. These guys are in there putting in work. Now, does anybody know? Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm just tired. Has Zambada? I know he did the book, but has he done any interviews? Mayo's son. Is he out there? Is he publicly, showing up at red carpet events and shit? Who was it that they caught? I think at Disney World. It might have been at Mini Leak. Damaso. Them guys are just out there kicking it, having fun. Chief Keef, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Right here, live on Shy Hill Reacts. I will be having a conversation on this channel. Myself, Peter, Jay Flores, and my lovely audience right here, Papas. It's going down. It happened. Making sure that says I met the Flores Twins on Shy Ill's show. Rub it in a little. Okay, so Mob said Mayo Jr. ain't done nothing, but Mini League has. Yeah, and I want to get to those videos too. Again, I'm trying to figure. I need to get subtitles, because I don't want to alienate the non-Spanish speaking people that come to the channel. But I want to cover those too, those Mini League interviews. Appreciate the info. Chucky said we got to rub it in a little bit. But yeah, Chief Keef, we interviewing the Twins tomorrow. I'm talking with the Twins tomorrow. They chose the little channel that Wish You Would. They could have gone anywhere in the world. Again, don't get it twisted, people. This is not a benefit to the Twins. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to come to this channel. All of y'all know that they don't need to come here. They're coming here. They're doing me the solid coming here. Coming to talk to my audience. They're doing me the favor. I put in the work. I did the channel, and they come here to look out. So, that's the situation that we're in, and could have been anybody. Alex said only Spanish I need to know is hermano para siempre. Hermano. Oh, hermano. There you go. But yeah, so tomorrow, Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here. It's going down. Salute Felix Reyes in the chat, said real, recognize real. Appreciate it. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be posting this flyer right here up in the community post also after this. So make sure y'all go get that and share that with your friends. And let's get as many people here tomorrow as we possibly can. Jonathan B. said, I believe Vicente Zambada is on witness protection. He was recently caught in public in Seattle, Washington, though. Luis Chaparro released a recent picture. Okay, I'll look into that. Appreciate you, Jonathan B. Thank you very much. Ian said the Flores twins won't come to this channel if you weren't the man you are. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Ian. Appreciate that. But yeah, so that's the story, Chief Keef. It's going down. Chucky said, I think you hit home for them being a local hood celebrity. They don't have to be. Hold on, I gotta look at this box. They don't have to be proper. They can talk that shit. Absolutely, man. They don't. And again, it's not. I don't have. There's not a production looming over them. You know, while they tell their innermost, darkest secrets. You know what I mean? So Chief Key said, "Congrats, bro, 100. This will be a legendary interview. I'm looking forward to it. I'm thinking it will be. I'm knowing it will be, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna get done." But yeah, Chucky said, "I think you hit home for them being a local hood celebrity. They don't have to be proper. They can talk all that shit." And again, our relationship is gonna, get more and more comfortable as we go. But I do believe the Chicago shit had a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I believe first they came in, I probably hooked them with my demeanor, because when I started this channel, it was just me, lit on my lazy boy, looking up at the wall. That's why I'm always sitting back like this, looking up at the wall, lit, giving my reaction to the podcast, and then things started to evolve in between seasons, and then by season 2, I was getting to this setup here, and then I figured out how to build a computer. I said, let me try to do the lives, and the lives been working out. So it's just been growing, and it's been growing fast. And we got, we built a little community here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody comes, kicks it. We spend a couple of hours, we chill, and it is what it is. And we, look through things that we enjoy. And sometimes I got to get away from the cartel stuff and do something else, because we want to keep growing. We want to try other things and bring in other audiences and, be able to do it all. So, shout out to Mod Rick from Texas. I didn't know you had it like this. Very, very major, man. Salute, my brother. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate the Mod Rick. Appreciate you. He said from Texas. I didn't know you had it like this. Very major, man. Salute, my brother. Salute to you. Alex said they could most likely tell you know what you're talking about. We speak the same language universally, truthfully. Right. Like, you when you come from where I come from, where they come from, you got to know how to read people. It's probably the greatest gift, talent, skill that you could have, is that you be able to read people. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you in the right spot in a lot of situations. 030 North said, 100, Shy, we are here with you, bro, and I am here with y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you very much. Let's get after it.
Olivia. But, sure enough, on February 22nd, 2014, it happened.
No. That's not what we're talking about, Val. We're talking about February 3rd, 2024, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's what we're talking about.
El Chapo was captured by Mexican police at a beachfront hotel in Mazatlan.
Got it.
When Mia and I found out, you could have picked our jaws up off the floor. We knew it was almost unbelievable. But in this crazy life of ours, anything was possible. When the news settled in, though, the whole thing became nerve-wracking. I went to visit Junior that weekend, and we were sitting in the visiting room watching TV. Chapo was on every channel, with Junior and Peter's faces plastered next to his. Every time the guard changed the channel, whether it was the Spanish channel or CNN or whatever, you'd see the same thing. It was terrifying, and as I held hands with Junior, trembling, I started to think once again. My life has been hell since the night we sat at the kitchen table and decided to cooperate. And it's never ending. Was this really worth all this stress and
Bro, think of the irony in that. It has not ended. It has not ended. It just keeps fucking going. It's like perpetual hell. It just keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. You know, some of the suggestions, maybe in hindsight, but life don't work in hindsight. Ain't no go back. What they say in Interstellar, you can manipulate, you can make time, you can go forward in time, but you can't go backwards in time like this. You can't change it, you know. But there was a lot of questions and comments today in the chat about what coulda, shoulda, woulda been. Cause they could have escaped, they could have ran off, they could have changed their whole thing, they could have made a different decision. They made the decision that they thought was right, and they paid for it how they paid for it. So imagine what those other possibilities could have been. They could have been bad. They could have been amazing. Who knows? Thing like Kingpin said, that's my favorite movie, bro. Best movie of 2014, Interstellar, hands down. David Loke said, when you come from the streets, you have the ability to read people, whether right or wrong. You know what's up. Salutes from Cali. Salutes to you, bro. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. David Loke said, it never will. It never will. They will live like that for the rest of their lives. That hell won't never end. Man, it's a perspective. Salutes Arthur. DJ Artistic said, that's the shit I do like. It's on that Chiefish Keefish. Kingpin says, it tears me up, especially when I was doing time. It has deep meaning. I'm sure. So just it hasn't ended yet, bro. So she's questioning this in 2017. She's questioning this like, man, when is this shit gonna end? Was it worth it? And it's still going on in 2024.
Plastered next to his. Every time the guard changed the channel, whether it was the Spanish channel or CNN or whatever, you'd see the same thing. It was terrifying. And as I held hands with Junior, trembling, I started to think once again. My life has been hell since the night we sat at the kitchen table and decided to cooperate. And it's never ending.
Crazy.
Was this really worth all this stress and heartache?
Was
Mia.
it worth it?
Then, on July 11th, 2015, El Chapo escaped, like Houdini himself, from his prison cell through a mile-long tunnel that had been burrowed underneath his shower stall and led to a nearby house.
Bro, that's some comic book movie shit right there, boy. Real talk. You know what I mean? Like the tunnel, the little motorcycle, the whole jab. That is some Marvel shit right there. David Locke said, watching over their shoulders. Absolutely. Carlos Blanco tapping in from Cali, love your reaction. Salute to Carlos Blanco. Appreciate you. JP the Ghost said we got to roll deep like this tomorrow. Il Gang, Il Ganga. Everybody got to check in tomorrow. It's going down. When is it going down? 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 p.m. in the East. 5 p.m. in the West. And it's going down. Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. Shy Ill on Shy Ill Reacts with the Flores Twins. Let's get it. This is a house party. We need Kingpin says this is a house party. We need the first Friday crowd. Facts. Everybody's outside right now, freezing their nalgas out.
Visiting Peter in prison the next day, which was a Sunday, when a prison security guard walked up to the table where we were playing a game with our kids. "I'm sorry," he said. "I'm going to have to cancel your visit." "Why?" Peter asked, shocked. This hadn't happened in years. "Chapo was captured. We have to lock you up for security. And we're worried prisoners are going to start rioting." My heart dropped. I kissed Peter goodbye and was escorted out of the prison. And as soon as I felt the cold air against my skin, I lost it. Sure enough, that fear of the unknown that had haunted me for years crept up once again. I didn't talk to Peter for almost a week, but I saw his face everywhere on the news, and it was heartbreaking. All I could think was, I want more than anything to talk to him about this, but I just couldn't. Then I'd call his lawyer, who was encouraging, and said lots of helpful things, but he still didn't know what would come out of this situation.
Olivia. I called my lawyer too, and he mentioned that Junior and Peter were going to have to testify against Chapel. Because of that, it may be time for you to go into the witness protection program, he said. That was the last thing Mia and I wanted to do with Junior and Peter still locked up, so I wasn't convinced. If we do that, there's no guarantee we'll be close to them, I said. It might be smart, he answered. For the first time ever, I was starting to get a bad feeling that he might be right.
So remember, they turned down witness protection initially, and now they're imploring them like, yo, it's getting thick, it's going down. You know, they got the man in a dungeon somewhere. Maybe it's time for y'all. And I'm surprised that they even offered it to them, because really I figured they would be like, oh, we wipe our hands clean of you because you turned us down initially. You know what I mean? But the fact that the option is still on the table, I'm surprised by that.
Mia. Safety is always a concern for us. Olivia and I each have dozens of email addresses. One for our kids' teachers, one for our families, one for corresponding with each other about this book. When we call the cable company to report a problem, we have to remember which phone number we've given them. We even hire private investigators every few months to make sure there's no trace of us out there. In the weeks after Chapo escaped, Junior and Peter were all over the news.
It's a lot of counterintelligence, counter-security shit, man, that they doing over there. Some I spy shit going on over here.
Witnesses started coming out of the woodwork, and word about the case spread. People started playing songs called narco corridos, describing what the cartels would do to Junior and Peter if they found them.
Damn.
On blogs, people began threatening our families.
We need to see what them songs is about. We need to do a reaction to them records. Hopefully we don't get smashed with a copyright. David Loke said, whoop, in the chat. Ian said, I think the twins made the right decision. No one here in America had to deal with a cartel war where both sides wanted the twins. That shit's crazy. Also said facts. That's, again, another perspective, because, yeah, man, they were the golden goose. They were the golden goose. I mean, things changed after that. They were the golden goose. We'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. February 3rd, Saturday, right here. Chucky Chingong said, have you seen reconnection successful? Again, we are back. We are back. We are back. YouTube trying to interfere with my life in some way, shape, or form. Somebody is. Xfinity, somebody. Let's see. Yeah, have you seen the mule with clean 90-year-old man? Yeah, so that's a good question. I'm gonna note that. I don't know if we can get an answer to that. Seems specific, very specific, but that's a good one. And I need to check that movie out again. I don't remember that shit. I don't. Here we go.
Average Joes who hadn't known who Chapo was for most of their lives wore shirts and hats with his face on it, and people dressed up like him for Halloween. I was disgusted. I couldn't believe people were looking at the most dangerous man in the world, one who'd killed an obscene amount of people, many of them innocent, as a celebrity.
Let's go beyond that. Let's go beyond that. Also said, gang wars versus cartel wars, two different animals. Absolutely. Absolutely. Another great point. What was I on about right here before? Would you ever stream on Twitch, Rumble, or Kick? Actually, Chief Keef, we are on Kick right now. We are live on Kick. I'm multi-streaming to there. I've been trying to get the multi-stream on Twitch, but there's some tweaking and engineering I gotta do, and it's been a lot of quick moving developments on this channel that have kept me from getting it, but I'm working on it. I'm a one-man band. I'm gonna get it done though. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Flores Twins exclusively right here, Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. So yeah, we're working on Twitch. And Rumble, I'm supposed to be streaming, but that's another technical thing I got to figure out. Kick was the easiest thing that worked for me. I got it dialed in, so it works pretty good. Got that going. Gang Wars versus Cartel Wars, two different things, absolutely. But there was something that struck me here. Give me 1 second. I need to know what was
would
said.
do to Junior and Peter if they found them. On blogs, people began threatening our families. Average Joes who hadn't known who Chapo was for most of their lives wore shirts and hats with his face on it, and people dressed up like him for Halloween. I was disgusted.
He's a hero for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you this. Mind you, you want the underdog to win when you're an underdog, right? You want them to come out on top, But you don't want them doing dirty shit to children and innocent people and women. You don't want that collateral damage, right? But that collateral damage is a part of life and is a reality of war, and it has been between countries as well as it is between factions, as well as it is between gangs. Even law enforcement agencies that ride down on each other. You know what I'm saying? But if the word is true that these guys were into underage girls and shit like that, like that underdog glory to me goes out the window, and you can't be one of them guys that I want to glorify. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different kind of low right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a personal evil animal low right there. Not even animal, beyond animal, past slug. You know what I'm saying? So that's not that's not an act of war where a whole bunch of people go down, innocent people go down. That's not a good thing either. You know what I'm saying? But to make decisions in your own home, in your own bedroom, about underage girls and stuff like that. Like, I'm trying to say this in the most, not get demonetized or knocked off the channel. I'm hoping y'all follow me right now. Once they get to that level, like once y'all at that level, like, oh man, I don't care what you did. It doesn't matter what you did, man. There's, I take what I take from it. That's it, Felix Reyes in the chat said he was a hero for the Twins at one point too. Yeah, I guess. Maybe. Or he was a plug. And again, we're sold what we're sold, and we only know what we know. I think of Benazir Bhutto. Benazir Bhutto was, I believe she was a president, and she was assassinated, and she had served time in all kind of dungeons. And she went through it, She was, to some, a freedom fighter, to some, an evil dictator, But I remember growing up seeing them demonize her on American television and put her perp walk moving slow and just make her look evil. So in my eyes, it was like, oh, that lady's like some kind of wild terrorist. I didn't know the story. I was just seeing her image on TV. Then I watched her documentary, Budo, and I said to myself, they totally painted a picture of this woman as something that she wasn't to me. And that's when I understood propaganda in a different way, and I understood programming and how they push things on the television to the people to make it look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But there's people that this guy's a hero to, and I'm not mad at you. He's your hero. That's cool. But if the rumors are true that he dealt with underage kids, then, he's off my list of super gangsters.
I couldn't believe people were looking at the most dangerous man in the world, one who'd killed an obscene amount of people, many of them innocent, as a celebrity. Needless to say, all of this put Olivia and me at a huge risk. In 2014, we felt more exposed than we'd ever been.
Olivia. Chapo was in a Mexican prison for most of 2014. I've been to jail in Mexico, and believe me, it's different than in the United States. Someone like Chapo could have anything he wanted: money, his business, even women. In Guadalajara, we used to live near a drug kingpin named Caro Quintero, and our neighbors said he'd come home from prison to his mansion on the weekends. Mia and I knew people were going to help Chapo while he was locked up, and that's why we weren't at all surprised when he escaped.
Mia. Chapo got out through a hole in the shower floor of his prison on a Friday morning in the middle of July 2015. That weekend, Olivia and her kids were in town to visit me and Peter, and at first we all thought it was a hoax. Then, once again, we started seeing Junior and Peter's faces all over the news channels, and our lives became a big three-ring circus.
Olivia. "What are you going to do? He's out there," said Mia. "We'll be fine," I said. "We've been living this life for so long. We've been keeping ourselves safe for years and years." I always liked to sugarcoat everything, so I didn't want anyone to worry about us, but the truth was, we were terrified. Chapo had all the discovery of what exactly our husbands had said throughout their cooperation.
Damn.
In the drug world, betrayal is the ultimate death sentence, and we were literally driving ourselves crazy just thinking about it. It's like we became prisoners in our own minds.
Mia. We didn't stop feeling that way until the Mexican Navy's Special Forces captured him in northwest Sinaloa on January 8, 2016, just over 6 months later. Soon after that, Peter and Junior signed his extradition papers, which was so nerve-wracking. I kept thinking, when Chapo's lawyers receive them and see Junior's and Peter's signatures, he's going to lose it.
I think by that point he had lost it already. If you say he had all the discovery and knew what was coming, the extradition paper is just what's it called, the cherry on top, you know.
Damage was done, and we all waited nervously.
Olivia. Just over a year later, on January 19th, 2017, El Chapo was extradited to the United States. The next day, he pleaded not guilty to 17 indictments, and he's now in solitary confinement at the New York Metropolitan Correction Center in Manhattan. If Chapo stands trial, Junior and Peter will serve as the star witnesses against him, and their conversations on tape will serve as the damning evidence needed to convict him to the full extent of the law.
Mia. Because of that, Liv and I thought long and hard about going into the witness protection program. Now we have no choice but to enter that next chapter in our lives. We thought we could wait until our husbands are released from prison, but as mothers, we have to protect ourselves and our young children from the harsh realities we face. Chapo living on U.S. soil is very different than him hiding out in Mexico. Some of his kids live in the United States, and our husbands are going to be the star witnesses against him. How are we to know something won't happen to us before then?
So much family, so many people going to court proceedings, so many people crossing in the hallways, running into each other in bathrooms. Same way you ran into all them connections, ran into all those good relationships. Just as easy to run into somebody that let the cat out the bag on you.
Olivia. With Peter and Junior being the only people who've gotten Chapo on tape, the case officials were pulling together in Chicago was the strongest one. But I guess the U.S. attorneys in New York City fought a little harder to get him there. Mike Ferreira worked like crazy on this case since 2008, and more than anyone, we thought he deserved it. His time and attention were incredible. He and his team put their blood, sweat, and tears into getting Chapo, and if anyone knows the ins and outs of the case, it's the Chicago office. The reality of the situation is that we're terrified about Chapo being anywhere in the United States. When they extradited Vicente, we were scared out of our minds. The thought of Chapo here produces a much, much deeper feeling of fear.
Mia, our husbands are the ones who put Chapo away, and his people want revenge because of it. Mexican cartels contain the most ruthlessly violent individuals in the world. All the people at the top believe in is making money and having power, and they'll do whatever it takes to hold it.
Olivia, our husbands felt differently. They didn't think that world was worth losing their lives for. They wanted to walk their daughters down the aisle and watch their sons grow into extraordinary men. They just didn't believe in the cartel life any longer, and neither did we. But El Chapo did, and that's why he, and not our husbands, will die behind bars.
One rode it out, the other ones got their ass out of there. And then after the fact, the one that rode it out and went to the jail for the rest of his life, he tried to put it on somebody else and say, "I'm not the guy. It's the other guy." So, like, how much weight can I put into that? At the end of the day, it's just violence. Violence and money. That's it. And the shit that people hide behind closed doors. Chucky Chingon said punk shit. Absolutely. Alex said, "Hey, Shy, do y'all got a word that you use in jail that you can't use anywhere else or you'll get done?" In Canada here is goof, which in the pen means get out or fight. Alex says, so if you ever hear Canadian use the word goof, he's trying to elicit a hard response. Nah, there's plenty of words. I never been to the joint, but I'm sure there's plenty of words, not just one word. I'm sure there's one word or a couple words that exist that don't get spoken outside, but I can't attest to that shit. But I know that, you get your ass fucked up for a very wide selection of words in the joint. HS said, "I'd be more scared of Chapo in Mexico than in a U.S. prison." Absolutely. Absolutely. Got more people, more supporters, more army, more money, more everything, more influence, more fear, more respect, all of it. Over here, nothing. All you got, but what you do got is you got that cousin that could run into you at the Cermak grocery, or that cousin that run into you at the Target or the Walmart. Hey, I saw so-and-so shopping for, shoes at Foot Locker over here. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let me see. Boom. So yeah, Chapo got out. They offered them witness protection. I guess they didn't take it again. I don't know. Again, my mind is a little bit everywhere. Watching, make sure everything's working. Especially today. Trying to make sure tomorrow's right, because tomorrow, right here, exclusive, the Flores Twins, Saturday, February 3rd, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here. We will be right here, and it'll be going down. Maria, salutes. Congrats, this is epic. I'll be tuned in. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We will be here tomorrow for an exclusive conversation with the Flores Twins, and we will pose these questions. We'll have these conversations. We'll throw these topics out there. We'll have a good time. We're going to kick it again. We'll have the power chat on for the people that want to, step ahead of the list and step ahead of the chat. They can go straight to the power chat and throw their suggestion up there and hopefully get an answer. But again, Maria, thank you for being here. That was Cartel Wives Chapter 33. The pen, my shit ain't working no more, man. It's been a long week. I'll be all right tomorrow, though. Chapter 33, the penultimate chapter, the chapter right before the finale. Tomorrow is the finale. Directly after the finale, we're going to go straight into our exclusive with the Flores Twins. But that was chapter 33. They talked about the panic that they went through with Chapo breaking out of jail through the shower. He pulled the SpongeBob. He was out. And took off on the little motora, wee, through the tunnel. They were offered witness protection. From my understanding, I believe they turned it down. They caught him again. Twins got the extradition papers out there, and boom, he got brought all the way back. They crossed him across the border, and now he's here in a prison. Tomorrow we get the finale, y'all. Cartel Wives. It's been a long road. We started with Surviving El Chapo Season 1. We went through a lot of wrong to strong stuff. Salute to wrong to strong. We used his content and reacted to his stories. Same with Damian Cash. Appreciation to him. Who else? Al Prophet. We reacted to some of his stuff. Johnny Mitchell. Charlie Webster. We reacted to that. 50. So all along the way, all of that shit helped, man. Every step we took was in this direction. And now we're here. Tomorrow we'll do that interview, and then we move on from there, man. Like I said, I hope it's the first of many, and we'll try to get some other people on the show, going forward, But again, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. At the end of this stream, if you have your autoplay on, it should redirect you to tomorrow's live stream. I'd appreciate it if you went there and you went there and hit the notification bell so that you get the notification tomorrow. But even more than that, for that, you people that are here can help me kick that algorithm up and send us to the right place. You know what I'm saying? So here's tomorrow's stream. I'm going to get it. I thought I just changed the... let me change this again. There we go. This thing is wilding out. It didn't accept the change that I put to it last time. So you guys hit that notification bell, and hopefully YouTube looks out for us tomorrow and treats us well. I'm not gonna touch nothing on the system. Make sure everything's running the way it's running. Chucky Chingon say you got a dope song ready for the intro and outro. We gotta come hard, brother. I don't know, man. I try to use the songs that I got online that don't get copyright struck for samples and stuff like that. I try to use stuff that we got everything cleared on. So we've gone through a lot of that. I like the song that I be playing called "Running to Where" because it's a song about, at the end of the day, you have nowhere to run and you gotta face what you gotta face, and it just is what it is. And I kind of like that record for the topic. So I might be per usual coming into that. I'm gonna play that on the way out. I played it on the way in today, along with "Know That You Love." "Know That You Love" got a nice response from y'all. "Know That You Love" is an important song. I wrote that song for people that was feeling like they were at the end of their rope, and just as a little bit of encouragement. The hook is long so that they can repeat it to themselves, and the music's long at the end so they can, find the courage to keep going. It might sound cheesy or whatever, but it felt necessary at the time and feels necessary now. So that was another record that I played on the intro while we were waiting for people to come in. So boom. Should be good right here. Yeah, so this thing is tweaking out. All right, there we go. So now let me get the shareable link. And I'm going to send it to y'all right now. Y'all can click this link on the way out. Y'all can start throwing your hundreds up in the chat. And this link right here is the link for, let me hit it and make sure. Yes, it is. Hit the notification bell right there. Bow. That link right there is the link for tomorrow's exclusive with the Flores Twins. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. on the East, 5 p.m. on the West. That is the link. I will pin it to the top right here and give you guys a little time to, open that in another tab or hit it and hit the notification bell over there and bring your ass back so we can say goodnight. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to what they're going to get into in the finale of Cartel Wives. It's the final stretch, and after that, we're going to have to wait for the documentary. But we ain't going to be waiting. We're going to be moving till then. We wait for the documentary, and then after that, the scripted series, man. And we just keep going from there. Shout out Chucky Chingon, got his hundreds up in the chat. 323G, hundreds up. Natasha Ruth. It's strange how their opinions changed of Chapo. I am sure he was bad when they were doing good business with him, too. Agreed. Again, if things hadn't gone bad, would you have stood in the game? Would you have stood in the game and continued to do what you were doing? Or did the pressure say, all right, enough is enough, you know? But yeah, but here's another thing though, like, it's also what you know too, you know, Natasha, like, I didn't know that it was even spoken of that he had this thing with underage kids. So it's like, oh, now I see it from a different perspective, and given new information, I get to change my mind. Felix Reyes said, I'm excited for tomorrow, bro. See you then. Thank you, sir. I'm excited that y'all are here with me. I'm excited that y'all helped me get there. And tomorrow we're going to have a good time. Oso said, another great episode. Salutes to you, my brother. I appreciate you very, very much. HS, hundreds up in the chat. Eduardo Jimenez said, bro, you hit a grand slam with tomorrow's interview. We're going to hit a grand slam. All right, tomorrow we pushing 700 metric tons of views on YouTube, across borders, left and right, interstate commerce, all of it, all right? We're doing all of it tomorrow on YouTube, all right? It's going down. Ask about the G and the spinner, already on the list. We're definitely going to talk about that. Absolutely going to talk about that. So don't forget to be there. Go on over to that link right there. And while this music's playing, you can go on over there, or you can listen to the music, whatever, save that link. But go on over there, hit that notification bell so that they let you know what's going on. And it'll be on and popping. 030 North says, see you tomorrow, bro. I'll be in Santo Domingo on Monday, papas. Safe travels to you. We will definitely speak before then. Get everything packed. Get what you need in the bag. It's going down. Don't get in trouble out there, because trouble out there is different than trouble over here, bro. I'd rather be in the U.S. if I'm going to get in trouble. All right, JP the Ghost said a movie. Tomorrow going to be lit. We're going to be right there, man. I'm hoping everything moves smoothly, and it is what it is. When I stumble, y'all going to watch me stumble, so it is what it is, and we move forward. I'm with it. You know what I mean? I am with it. All right, y'all. I'm going to give y'all my hundreds in the chat. Make sure y'all go hit the notification bell on tomorrow's video. The link is pinned to the top. I appreciate y'all for being here. Tomorrow, the finale of Cartel Wives. And directly following that, the exclusive Flores Twins. Saturday, February 3rd, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 on the East, 5 on the West. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. I appreciate you. Peace. By the way, this song is called Running to Where. Like, we asked about song choice. Think about it in that sense now. Like, this is just a song about burning your ships and you know, fighting whatever adversity you got to fight to get to where you got to get to. Why? Because nobody's coming to save you. All right? Appreciate y'all. Chucky Chingon, salutes to you. Have a good night, sir. And I'll holla. Peace.
They over the hilltop, I see them right there. They'll wait for the kill shot, they'll sit and they'll stare. If we got a real shot for us, it's up there. We're hopeless if we stop, they'll kill us right here. Living in death's den, run through the best winds, storming the front gates. Whatever gets us in, whatever gets us over, whatever helps us swim, whatever we must do. Rescuing our kids, as long as they get through it, don't matter if we live. God chose to bless you, I'll take all that death gives. I'm into this war ends, in memory of dead friends, in hope of a new way when all of this death ends. Who can we call on? It's me and it's all y'all. We're here by our lonesome, nobody to fall on. on, flesh in the dirt, fire to ashes, fate getting closer every moment that passes. Running away, no one is there, no one to save us, nothing to spare. How can I change what? We landed here, it's not the same sun, this is despair. One of us came up, none of us cared. They want to change up, life isn't fair. It's how we made, huh? Now you aware. It's why you fear us, this why you scared. Show me a safe place, does it exist? It must be a wasteland where nobody lives, that nobody knows of, where nobody's been. Where we at is warfare, every kind you can get. What you can't get is real love and fucking respect. Set up for failure, a life of neglect. If none of us stand up, we'll live with regrets. If we rise, we might die, I call that a good death. What would I live for if I am oppressed? How can I raise up with the world on my chest? Who's gonna save us if you and I rest? They shoot us in cold blood when under arrest. Lock us in cold cells, consider it home now. Cut off from emotion, our feelings are stone now. Our buildings are blown out, the madness is so loud. It's dark and there's no sound, we gotta go now. Running away, no one is there, no one to save us, nothing to spare. How can I change what? We landed here, it's not the same sun, this is despair. One of us came up, none of us cared. They want to change up, life isn't fair. It's how we made, huh? Now you aware. It's why you fear us, this why you scared. The illness is prevalent, natives malevolent. Hunger, starvation now, no hope for a heaven sent. Kiss the babies goodbye, say I love you to wives. Grab your weapons, get your steps in, we gon' ride when it rise. The sun mean what when it's blinding your eyes? Put the wind to your back, leave them facing the sky. Put the pain in the dirt, raise your bloody fist high. Use your brain, do the work, strategize and survive. The rush of the dust up, the thrill of the gun buzz. The satisfaction of our reaction when there's no one to help us. The spoils of war, the hunger for more. The passion of how we smash what we hate through the floor. The rage, the loneliness of dead on the page. To cleanse this land, gotta burn more than just sage. Crush the cage, body and soul unafraid. Kill them all and set them ablaze. No running away.